There's a government shutdown right now, and there's a few ways it might affect your real estate plans. I'm going to explain them all next. If you get some value out of this or you like what you hear, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call with our team about how to avoid this, you can do that with the link in the comments. The government shutdown, one of the silliest things ever. I wish I could just shut down when I couldn't come to an agreement with somebody, but that's not life. That's not reality. That's not business. There are some impacts here when it comes to real estate, and I wanted to share them with everyone. The first and probably most important is the NFIP freeze. So that's a National Flood Insurance Program. They are unable to issue new policies, and that could leave as many as 1,400 home sales in limbo each day across the 22,000 communities where flood insurance is needed. So this is the most immediate disruption. Existing policies will remain in force, and they can transfer to buyers at closing, but without the authority to issue new coverage, transactions in flood-prone areas are at risk. And there are these areas like this. You see them in Philadelphia, Downingtown, Wayne. I mean, these are local communities that we deal with all the time, and you may have to allow for more time to get your insurance policy in place because we know most mortgages will not fund without flood insurance in place if you're buying in one of those areas. Some regulators could offer some temporary waivers where they would allow closings without flood insurance, but that could leave you exposed if there's a flood that occurs before coverage is reinstated. So be very careful here, and this is something in Pennsylvania that should be disclosed. And there are options, but your agent should be able to guide you through those. The next thing to be aware of is that it might take longer for loans to get processed. Things like IRS income verification or just processing times for FHA, VA, or USDA loans. These are all government-backed loans. You might be dealing with longer processing times. So allow for extra time. Have these conversations now. Maybe start to think about extending your settlements so you don't get crunched and you are left homeless, you're left without a property. This is something everyone needs to be thinking about with those specific types of loans, FHA, VA, and USDA. I mean, these are not a ton of the loans that are funded, but there's enough in Pennsylvania that you want to be aware of it. And the GSES step-in. So in response to the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac temporary policies to ease verification hurdles, there are two letters that have been issued. The Fannie Mae letter LL 202503 and the Freddie Mac Guide Bulletin 2025E. Both documents are effective immediately. Both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac have waived verification of employment requirements if lenders are documenting their attempts and confirm that the shutdown prevented the completion. Military borrowers, they may submit a leave and earnings statement dated within 120 days of the note date. Pay stubs, the 30-day recency requirement is waived, and lenders may use the most recent year-to-date stub available. Reserves, if shutdown continues beyond November 3rd, which I hope it doesn't, impacted borrowers must show at least 2 months of savings reserves or the reserves required by automated underwriting and IRS transcripts. So borrowers must sign the 4506C form, which is to request your transcripts, but lenders don't need transcripts before closing. Instead, they have a 90-day post-closing window to obtain them. So really, these are the three things. It's flood insurance is going to be the big one, verification of income, and understanding it may take longer for USDA, VA loans, FHA loans. And these are things you need to be aware of. So if you find yourself in one of these situations, reach out to your agent and talk through the options so you don't have a missed closing, you don't lose a house, you don't see a sale fall apart that could impact a whole bunch of people. It's unfortunate. The more you know, the more prepared you're going to be.